Hello everybody, SJ. I'm back with some Techopolis 3, playing the beta still. I had done a few of this, a little bit of play, 3 streams I think worth on in this pack already. So we played a little bit, so I do know my way around the early game a little bit. Once again, I'll be playing in the Superflat world type here. So this is kind of like an in-between difficulty, with the Skyblock being the hardest, Overworld being the easiest, and the Hexlands just being weird. If you like weird, if you like the Hexlands, absolutely go for it. It does have an interesting premise in the fact that if you are having a hard time finding a particular biome for a particular resource, like say you want spruce wood, you don't have to travel 1,000 blocks to try and find a cold biome just to get your spruce going. We'll go, I didn't set up any keybinds yet, so let's go get a open quests. I like F4. It's almost not used by any mod pack, so that's kind of where I'm starting to default to. Sometimes I like using the grave key, but that's Ultimine, which is in this pack, so we can't use that here. And then other ones are just kind of far away, like right bracket or / or something like that, right? So other than that, yeah. So in here, we do have to finish off these tick quests first. You can pause the recording if you want to read through any of these, or if you're playing, read through them. There's important information here. We don't have to do all of them. I think this is the main one that you have to do to be able to move forward with the quest. But if you just jump straight into it, then you're not going to be able to proceed because the quest just won't complete. We'll just skip the tech tree part and just jump into the basic section here. So this dirt, this grass blocks one, it does have the guidebook as a, so you have to at least tick the guidebook quest before you can do this one, and this just needs you to look at a piece of grass. And then because we're on a super flat, we do have to come up this way. So the super flat quest here tells you how you can get the extra resources. Once you have a resource curio, then you can get bone meal, twigs, and rocks. And then if you are in a sky block, then when you're, same thing with the resource curio, breaking dirt will give you the extra resources. Piece of dirt. We'll collect said piece of dirt and turn it into a resource curio, which then goes into any one of our charm slots here. And now when we break grass, we will get rocks and bone meal on top of the dirt. And twigs, I guess, is the next thing that we're looking for. 1 twig. We're looking for 2 because we have to turn one into a stick and the other, use the other twig as a twig, and that's how we get our first sapling. So obviously if you're in the overworld you can skip a lot of this stuff, but for now we're just waiting. That kind of shut down with the first sapling, but that's fine. And then I'm going to replace all of this, let it grow back to grass, otherwise, you know, we slowly but surely use up all of the grass in our world, which would not be good. So we can't use ore excavation without a... Oh, right. In this pack, you don't get ore excavation for quite a while, but if we have a tool, we can automatically get that. So let's just make one of these. Use rocks. Oh, rocks just go 1-to-1 for cobblestone in the Skyblock and Superflat worlds. I will need a shovel, but not just yet. Go, and then the other thing we can get to grow our trees faster is a sapling grower. We'll just get our wood quick and easy just like that, and so on and so forth. And then the next thing that we want to get in this kind of a world is we need to collect a whole bunch of rocks still. I think I've got enough to move forward, but not really. Tick quest, sapling grower. This tells us how to make a sapling. And then we come down this way. So the thing we need to pay attention to is the stone excavator, because this can break 9 blocks at a time. Also, if you're in an overworld, then you definitely want the stone hammer for getting your cobble quickly. And in the other world types, in the Superflat and the Skyblock, this is used to make gravel and sand, which we don't need right away. But those require compressed cobblestone. We'll just... Actually, we can do 4, right? Get a hammer. Oh. And the excavator. And now I can go around breaking 3 at a time. Now, before I get too far, one other handy thing for the early game is going to be the building wand. And I forget. Oh, it wants us to get a stone pickaxe first. Where is it? Interesting. Thought the building wand was right here. Oh, maybe they took it out. Maybe this pack has been updated. Obviously, we can't... Well, we could buy that pretty quickly, but we wouldn't be able to use it too effectively at the start. But yeah, I like to replace all my dirt, so... Get all of our rocks back. So I guess the next things we're going to need... Alright, I needed to make a pickaxe to actually complete quests. It doesn't hurt getting this. Need another one of these anyways. Just to make a stone furnace, 1 compressed cobblestone. So just look for the little black things on the corners there to make this guy. And we can get started on some charcoal because we're going to need a good amount of charcoal. So yes, we can break cobblestone with a stone hammer, just right-clicking it to get gravel, and then right-click on gravel to get sand. We don't need those just yet, but we're going to jump into the next chapter here, hot stone. So we're going to need regular stone and smooth stone. And I guess the thing that we're really going to need is a lot more furnaces to be able to do this with any degree of efficiency. So I'm going to collect up some resources and we'll be back in a minute. I guess night is setting in upon us here, so I do have sheep. I could go grab some wool that way, but the standard way that you're going to be getting wool is with the leafy string. The only thing about it is that this is pretty tedious without any kind of ultimine or vein liner. We're going to need 36 leaves just to get a bed. There we go. So 3 leaves to make a leafy string, 4 leafy string to make a wool. I have used up all of my wood, so that is the thing. Like that, just make a bed quickly. And we can see again. Did I miss? Because the leafy string never hit my inventory. Alright, we'll worry about that at some other point. Backfill that quest. So just hovering over a stack of cobblestone will make the compressed cobblestone for you. I think just 9 ferni for now is fine. Go. We've got some furnaces up and running, getting us the next steps in evolution. So we're going to need a lot of stone and a little bit of smooth stone, not a whole lot of smooth stone at this stage. But other than that, I will gather up these resources and bring you back when we've got that together. Alright, we got a good number of resources gathered here. Wood, sticks, I guess we'll need a lot more of to proceed. Some stone, good amount of smooth stone, and I got more stone cooking up there. So let's just jump back into it here. So stone, smooth stone, then stone rods are 2 smooth stone to get 4 of these stone rods. And then we're going towards the stone gears, which require wooden gears. Wooden gears are from the previous chapter. We just kind of skipped over it, but we'll get to those here now, just planks and sticks. So we'll make 32 wooden gears for now. Stack of those sticks. Just 8 stone gears for now should be fine. And then simple machine frames. We'll make 8 for now to get started. And then strainers is actually, let's get an ambient water collector going first. So this requires 6 smooth stone, 2 floppers, and a machine frame, and the floppers are a stone gear plus some smooth stone. So we'll need 3 stone gears to get our first water collector up and going. And we'll pick a place. I've dug out a hole down there, which we'll see why here in a minute or two. There, we'll need a flopper going that way. We'll put down our water collector on top of it. So as it fills up with water, it will go into the flopper and spit out into this block here. And that's where we're going to have our strainer. It's actually going to be the block below it. We can do strainers, which require these meshes, which are pretty easy. We just need the wooden mesh. It's probably easier just to find it here. It's just 8 sticks. And each strainer that you want to build, you're going to need 3 wooden meshes. So let's get 2 up and going right away. Forgot about the sticks. There we go. So we can see we've got our first bit of water coming in, so we'll need a strainer there and a strainer here. And then we need to put the mesh into the mesh slot. And then we put dirt in for now, and this is going to start collecting us clay. And clay we're going to need to do all of the things down here. So we're going to let that build up for a while we move over this way. So we're going to start taking a look at the cloche, which is just more smooth stone and another simple machine frame. So we'll build one of these for now. And this is actually going to start getting us wood. Is going to be the big thing that it's going to start doing for us. And then we're going to need a wooden hopper. Just going to put the wooden hopper into the chest, put the cloche on top here. We're going to need a piece of dirt and a sapling. Now we'll have trees growing automatically in here. Just make sure that we turn it on, and it's going to take 1,200 ticks per operation there. We look at the uses on the cloche. I thought it would tell us the speed blocks. I guess never mind. We can speed up the operation there with these upgrades, but we'll look at that in here. So yeah, we'll need canola seeds and then grow canola to get canola here to start getting this main output upgrade. So this will increase the amount of wood that we get out of a cloche growing saplings. And likewise, if you're growing something like wheat, that will improve the amount of wheat you get as opposed to the amount of seeds. And then the other upgrades that we can get speed upgrades, and then the shears upgrade for getting leaves. So we're going to need a few leaves at some point, so we may as well go forward to get that upgrade and get started on it right away, because otherwise using the shears on the trees regularly is it's painful. I'm not gonna lie. We'll need an upgrade base. And the shears upgrade needs 4 shears. And we can use our partially used one already there. We just put this into one of the upgrade slots, and now when it brings in some, every time it does an operation, we'll get a chance at getting some leaves in there. To get canola, obviously we're just going to bone meal the grass, and that will get us a chance to get the seeds. So we'll get wheat seeds and canola seeds and immersive engineering ones, but we don't need those just yet. We'll go over that when we get there. Right, how are we doing over here? We got 42 clay balls there, 44 there. We got a good amount to get started on the next quest line. Get that going there just to make sure that we've always got charcoal coming in. And I'm going to I think I can skip over doing any more smooth stone for now. Actually, why not get like 21 more? Or sorry, not 21, a stack more. We're on to the brick furnace, which is just 8 bricks in a row, and this can smelt. I think this acts like a regular furnace, but then when we get to the brick blast furnace, this is what I'm thinking of, which is a brick furnace, some bricks, and some smooth stone. And in this you can smelt cobble straight to smooth stone, and you also need this to smelt glass, or sand into glass, which is what we're going to need here. So the next step is to go for glass, so we'll need this brick blast furnace for that. So we'll start smelting down. clay balls. If I had fuel, that is. And yeah, we've got some leaves starting to come in now, so that's good. So while we wait for that, or I will wait for that, and for you folks it'll be an instant, but I guess I should point out that it is a super flat world. So, you know, in addition to some passive mobs, we get the towns spawning. So if you wanted to cheat a little bit, you could probably pop over here and get some extra resources quickly. I just wanted to pop over here and see what was available. Waystones are in the pack for those of you in an overworld situation. We have immersive engineering buildings, so if you want wooden storage crates, they're in here. Oh, and even got some extra mechanical components. Fabric, specialized projectiles, not look like we got a forge though, so that's fine. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. See, here's another village right there too. Alright, we'll be back when we've got some furnaces, or brick furnaces going. Guess I totally forgot about making clay buckets. We're gonna need some of those. Not a lot by any stretch, but we'll need some. And those can just go in any furnace to get cooked up. So we'll make a couple to start. And then what we can do is our water collector is now full, so we can make a proper water source. Because otherwise it's a little bit painful waiting for this to collect water all of the time. Not want to do that. Yeah, I'll just keep cycling dirt in there just to get some extra resources. Don't need a lot of clay, but it can't hurt to keep going on it. There, now we have a proper water source for now. Alright, moving forward. So I got the brick blast furnace, we got the glass rocking, so now we're going to need some strainer tanks and move forward to a basic fluid tank. We could do that. It's needed in the quest line anyways, so we'll get there eventually, but for right now we'll just show. Oh, not that way, this way. So strainer tanks are made, you can put a strainer above ground and then not have the water going, but this way just one water source feeds two strainers. That's why I set this up this way. But otherwise you could set them up above ground and have the strainer tanks on them. That's more presentable, or just a better overall aesthetic, right? So we're pretty much done with this quest line. There's piping stuff over here. We'll get to that later when we really need it. There's a second quest for wooden hoppers along this way. but that's just telling you, it's just a tick quest to tell you that you can use them as upgrades in the extractors or attractors for the piping system, which is modular modern dynamics piping system. So let's proceed forward. We're at about the 30-minute mark. We could probably knock out most of this quest line here. So we're basically just going to get some grout to get ourselves black brick, which then we make into black bricks, similarly to regular brick making bricks. And then we get the solidifier, controller, and fuel tanks, which takes glass. And grout in itself is gravel, sand, and clay. So we'll have to hammer out a bunch more cobble to get the necessary ingredients so that we can make one setup of this for now. Yeah, just one setup for now is fine. Right, so I will be back after I'm done hammering. Oh, I totally forgot to mention there that I did figure out the building wands in the game are made like this. So that we can put out these things. They have a max amount of 3. And it runs out really, really fast. Like so. And I'll hammer out this half and half for sand and gravel. Right, it looks like we've got some black bricks ready to rock. Well, black brick. We'll be making some black bricks here. So we need 8 for the controller and 6 for the other thing, and then we're going to need 2 of the fuel tanks. Remember to make 2 of those. Alright, so we'll have a get 2 buckets of water, and we're going to cook them in the blast furnaces. Put down a tank, the controller on top, and the solidifier off to the side, and then another fuel tank in front of the solidifier. Now the first things we're going to be making is just cooking coal, and for that we need this hot water, which is why we made it there. And then we're in front of the solidifier, we're going to put regular water into this tank here, which is just going to help with the cooling process. So the next thing it's telling us that we need to make molten coal. And then we need a gear mold, which can be made with any gear and 4 of the brick. So just do that, like that. Put a gear mold in there. Now this only has spot for 15, so it's kind of a little bit strange, but we're going to make 4 charcoal gears right off the start here. So once this first batch goes, I'll put in 1 extra charcoal, and we can see we've already got 3 coal gears here, and then when a little bit left over, when the last one completes, we'll get the last coal gear. Oops. And this is so that we can make sturdy machine frames. So smooth stone, stone gears, a coal gear for each one of those guys. So I think I'll need a little bit more stone. We need more wood, and we need more sticks. Let's use up a stack of this stuff. Perfect, we needed 4 of those. Got ourselves 2 sturdy machine frames. Now the sturdy machine frames were going to be used to make our first miners. So basic cobblestone miner, which is just basically made with cobblestone, the sturdy machine frame, and 2 hammers. And then we're also going to be making a grout miner because we're going to need this in vast quantities moving forward. So we'll make one of those. Now the other miners that we can make, which we're going to go ahead and get right away, is a regular stone miner. So this will make regular stone instead of cobblestone. So let's get that third one there, which I am missing stone gears, which I'm missing sticks for. There, we've got three of these sturdy machine frames I needed. Right, and then now we're just missing the stone hammers. I guess we may as well come to our reserve of rocks here. Sticks. Stick. Oh, there's some sticks. All right. So we've got enough to make the first couple for now. So we'll get to basic cobblestone miner. And we'll grab the grout miner as well. Which I made a mistake. I need a little bit more grout. There we go. There's my other hammer. There. We can always use the partially used ones for these recipes. It's very generous that way. Alright, we've got our 2 miners. We're also required to make a simple item output for these to work. And then if you want, you can make this machine blueprint. It's not required to make, but if you want to visualize what it looks like, this is a real good help in the beginning to make your machines. I do suggest making it so you can plan out properly, but I know how it's going to work, so I don't need it right now. So we're going to need the simple item output and a whole bunch of this wooden scaffolding. Just going to need more sticks, as you guessed it. So this is going to need a bunch of wooden gears and sticks. And the simple item. Let's not mess up which one we get. So this needs wooden hoppers and planks. 3 of those. Not right now, but we'll need the 3rd for the stone miner when we get there. When I get the compressed cobblestone that I need for the 3rd one. Let's just make 33 for now. That's definitely not going to be anywhere near enough. $60 is a little bit better. Okay, so I am officially all out of cobblestone. Right, let me dig some up and I'll be back in a shake here. And while I had it, I just went ahead and made the extra stone miner. So let's get all 3 of these guys on the hotbar. So we put this guy down. It's missing structure. So if you've played Techopolis 2, this is where the first huge departure is going to be, is in the way these miners work. And because it's a new mod, Modular Machinery Reborn, if you come into the GUI for it and you click on Try to Place Structure, and you want without modifiers, there are no speed caps, so you can't speed these up with things on top. The machines speed up with upgrades to the machine itself. So if you do like that, confirm, and it's going to build the entire structure for you automatically. Now, it does say no matching recipe found, and that's because these do require the simple item output to work. Now we can see in the tooltip there that it is working, it is processing, and we do have cobblestone coming in up there. So likewise with the grout miner, we can put this down. Let me do this right here. If we put it down right here, it can share the structure with these guys over here. I've got at least 36 grout in my inventory, so we should be able to build that one. Put that down, and now this is working at producing grout all along. We're down to 9 wooden scaffolding. That's not quite enough to build the next structure, so let's get some more wooden gears. Let's just do it all. Never have enough wooden gears. $24. 24 might be enough. We'll find out. Nope. Oh, it is. We did have enough. Turned from orange to gray. Now this is bringing in items. So we need a way to output these items. You could use wooden hoppers into things, but we might as well get the pipes that we looked at in the last chapter. So over here, so we're going to need the item pipes. So smooth stone and glass. And then we will also need, we'll just build one attractor, and we can pull from all 3 miners with one attractor. So we'll just build one of these guys. Otherwise, we would have to put an extractor on each of the outputs that we want to extract from. I need this in my inventory. Going to need glass. Smooth stone I have, and yeah, that should be good. probably more wood. Easy there. Hopper. Tractor. And something to output to. We'll just set up the output. Like that. And if we put an attractor on here, we're going to see things start to get pulled from everywhere. Why it's not pulling? Oh, and we're going to need the wrench. We definitely need to disable this because it's attracting from this connection. So it's just looping back into itself. Oh, that's funny. And the wrench is just like so. Actually, we may as well bookmark it while we're here. Here, disconnect that so that stops going, and now we've got it pulling from everywhere. So there we go. Now we have automatic resources coming in. I think that will do it for the first episode. We've made some of the most basic progress we can get at any rate. But we are, more than halfway through this first chapter. I guess we're a little bit less than halfway technically, because automating the basic technium is going to be the trickiest part of the whole business. But when we come back next time, we will go for the immersive engineering coke oven to start getting the resources that we need from that. And we will automate the basic techium in the next episode there. So I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you all for checking out this pack with me. It's coming along nicely. The end game is definitely not finished yet, but there's definitely a ton of content. There's a ton of grind to do in any what is it called? Techopolis pack, yes. Tons of grind to be had, and a lot of fun along the way figuring it all out. At any rate, as always, I appreciate you all, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!